Yo, what is up guys, Willis back here again with another AWD 2017 review in Afterpulse. We are jumping into a casual TDM match here on a motel. Got a guy running up the stairs, teammate took him out, and this is a review for the REMI8 AWD 2016, or 2017 rather, at 5 stars maxed out. There's a little range test, not quite gonna work out for us, and we do have the full 6-star gear set for the AWD 2017 gear series, I guess. I don't know what to call it because you can mix and match AWD gear, as I've said in pretty much every past video. And so yeah, these are just the 6-star pieces. Probably not the best SMG gear setup. You could probably come up with something better, but this isn't bad. It's got really good portability and really good defense. I think our defense with the 3-piece all 6-star piece set here is like 17,000 or something, and then portability is not bad at all. There's a good kill on Public Enemy 1. Shout out to Public Enemy. He watches some videos. Let's see. We got one running there. I think that's Public Enemy. Yep. Looks like he's wearing some Jester gear or something. See if he's coming up the stairs. Yep. Throw that concussion out there. I love the concussions. They're like a premium stun grenade. They do damage and they stun and whatever your enemy, so very nice to have, but you don't always get to have them unless you buy them with gold, or previously you got them from the login calendar, daily login gifts, but I don't know if they're going to bring that back or what the deal is with that, so we will see what the future of this game is, but they're nice to have for now. I did get some in my account to kind of start off the process. Not sure if everybody did or just people with DLE codes or whatever, I can't remember. But either way, we got a handful. We got 138 left right there. So I like using them. The 6-star pants here do have a boost, which is, it's either minus 25% or minus 35%. I want to say it's minus 35%. I'll show you the gear after this match, but I want to say it's minus 35% cooldown time on stun and concussion grenades, but it does not include frag grenades. Just a little something interesting to note. Look at this little sneak around attack. Oh my gosh, the REMI8 is a struggle. If he wasn't stunned, we were definitely getting taken out there. But yeah, specifically about the REMI8 AWD 2017. I think it's an interesting weapon. I don't think it's worth building. I would not recommend it unless you're just a collector trying to build it for your collection just to have it. It's really not worth it at all. There we go, we finally got taken out. Nice Hydra 860 Charlie. It's really not worth it to have in your collection. It's not worth using. There's countless other guns out there that are so much better. Very obtainable guns. Like, you don't have to have a UNK CQB to be better than this gun. Like, there's so many obtainable guns, realistically obtainable guns for completely free that are way better than the REMI8, even in the AWD 2017 edition. And so, I'm gonna build it casually. We will evolve to the 6-star at the end of this video. I think I have 3 5-stars right now, and I think I've burned all my 4-stars. I had like countless 4-stars, as you'll see in my upcoming combine videos. But I just, cash is hard to come by. I just didn't feel like building from 4-stars and up, especially a stupid gun more or less like the REMI8. So I wouldn't recommend it. I think if anything, the key evolve point, I guess we'll call it, is going from 5-stars to 6-stars. You see ammo at the top right when we're fully reloaded is 15, and when you evolve to the 6-star it does become 20, and you can see some pictures on the wiki, and there's some AWD 2017 pictures up there as well. Like I mentioned in, I think, my BRW review, which was pretty recent from this video, maybe back to back. I don't know when I'll post them, but I think, I mentioned that in that video that I really haven't seen any 6-star or 7-star AWD 2017 weapons. It's really pretty crazy. I've seen a handful of 7-star 2016 weapons, but those could have been selected from compensation and things like that. But here's the gear. I just showed you the headgear, 6-star headgear. There's the 6-star vest, ADV Recon vest, skinned in the lovely black and yellow design for the AWD 2017 series. And then we got the 6-star AWD 2017 UAU5 pants. And so now that I have the 6-star torso and the 6-star pants, I think I showed in a past opening video me getting the 6-star headgear, so I had that before. But now that I have the torso and the pants, I think I have every AWD gear piece except the 2016 6-star pants, the security, I think they're AWD 2016 security chief pants, I think that's what they're called. So I'm not sure if I'll keep opening gear crates if I can get my hands on some more gold, because, you know, chasing one particular gear piece can be a pretty daunting task. You can end up spending like 100,000 gold and not even get it, right? So anyways, that kind of brings me to another point. I might make a separate video on this, but Apple just released some new developer guidelines for publishing apps and for their review process. You know, I'm not an expert in this in any way, shape, or form, and I'll just very briefly touch on it. But I've read a couple articles, seems to be 100% legit. And Apple revised its guidelines that any game with an in-game loot crate system, loot box, crate system, a box system, whatever you want to call it, anything where you have a random chance to get items, they published in their guidelines now that the developers will have to specify the like percentage chance to get certain items or every item. So that'll be really interesting to see what they do with Afterpulse. I'm assuming the next update that we see from Afterpulse will have to include that change. They'll have to publish the chance to get every item in Afterpulse. That'll be pretty insane to see. That'll probably open a lot of our eyes and realize, like, I can't wait to see the drop rate on, for example, like an FM Bobcat Echo in a regular restricted crate, 75 gold crate. I can't imagine what the drop rate is. That'll be insane to see. Maybe they'll, if they have to publish them, maybe they'll boost the drop rates just to like avoid people flipping out. I don't know, because like it could even be like 0.001%. Like those Echo weapons have been that rare in this game. It really is insane. So it'll be interesting to see what the future is, if there's anything crazy changing in that. I think the monetization system is here to stay. It's like, you know, I saw a great comment on one of the articles I read that, you know, things like the lottery, you know, I don't know what it's like around the world, at least in the US, like the lottery odds are published and people still buy lottery tickets, right? So, you know, I think microtransactions and loot crates and boxes are here to stay, unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever side you're on. But you know, I think there should be some good changes coming in favor of the consumer. So that's pretty interesting. I'll probably make a separate video on that if I can get the time, but I'm sure countless people will be doing that. Pretty much every gamer on YouTube or whatever will probably be talking about it in some way, shape, or form. So we'll see what the future holds for Afterpulse. It is interesting that Afterpulse did publish an update right before these guidelines were announced, or right after these guidelines were announced. And so, you know, I don't know specifically what the process is in publishing an app on the App Store. I'm, you know, somewhat familiar with it, but I've never actually done it myself. Maybe in the future. We're always cooking up stuff, but we'll get to that at some future date. But you know, Apple has a more strict review policy. That's why if you play games, that's why like Android updates always come out first before iOS updates, because Apple takes a bit more time to more thoroughly review updates and new apps that go on the App Store. So you know, I think it's good to maintain a certain level of quality. Obviously it's kind of annoying being an iOS player. You're always behind the Android updates, so all the Android YouTubers are always the first to get the new updates and post videos on new in-game stuff and things like that. But yeah, whatever, that's a whole tangent. I think that's a good overview for now. I'm sure it'll come up more in the future, like I said. So That's the 5-star REMI8 AWD2017. All the way maxed out. We're going to evolve to the 6-star here. And if you see the stats there, I mean, damage is just pretty low, like 1774 is really low. Accuracy is not that great, 1200 something at the 5-star max. And then, like I said, like this is probably the best evolve part, going from 5 to 6 stars, because you go from 15 to 20 ammo. And so with a high fire rate and low damage, you need some extra ammo. I think even 20 is too low, but it's obviously better than 15. So if you're gonna have a REMI8, I would recommend getting to the 6-star, but in general, I would not recommend building this weapon. I want to give a quick shout out to one of my partners here on Gaming Willis. If you go to bit.ly/OPCXGamingWillis, link in the description. As always, you can check out their selection of chairs. They make some really awesome high-end stuff, and it's about half the price of a lot of the other competitors out there making similar chairs. Be sure to check it out, use the link in the description, and let me know what you think.